introduction. Again, my name's Anita Zebo, and I am launching off into a video series. And it's really to discuss my journey into a new podcast series. So, as I said last time, the podcast will discuss biblical principles of wellness, healing, purpose, and prosperity. So before I did that, though, I really wanted to share a little bit about my background. I'm going to do that very quickly in about 2 minutes. So I'm going to read it. It's going to be fast, but the goal is just so you know who I am. My name's Anita Zebo. I am a 50-plus medical professional who's recently retired after a major life shift happened. And that shift was one that many people go through, in which there was a massive company layoff of hundreds of people. But after 17 years with the company and over 25 years as a medical professional in the pharmaceutical industry, I was really thrust into a space. Do I retire? Do I continue on this path? Is my path different? So also, prior to that, I worked as a clinician in the healthcare setting. I've worked as a scientist, a researcher, and also a healthcare professional. I have a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry and a doctorate in pharmacy and a board certification in pharmacotherapy as a pharmacotherapy specialist. So many years part of the healthcare team as a clinical pharmacy specialist, and that was prior to pharmaceutical industry. I say all of that so that you understand a little bit more how I got to where I am. So I have been entrenched in the space of traditional medicine for all of my adult life. But over the years, there's been some events in addition to what had happened to me that have launched me into a mindset shift. And one of them I'm going through now with my mom, who was recently, about a year ago, diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease. And she's deteriorated fairly quickly, in my opinion. But that said, there's so little that traditional medicine has to offer someone who is suffering with that. And as with many people, my mom too is my everything. And so I've been in search of. And so that was part of this journey. And then years ago, about 10 years ago or a little bit more, my father also was taken from me very suddenly by pancreatic cancer. And again, I remember that same just frustrated and just feeling already, again, in traditional medicine, but so little to offer. And he was taken just so quickly. So with all of that, and with my spirituality, I realized, you know what? God is good. I know he's good. I know God is a healing God. I know that. I know all of these things. And so how is it that we lose our loved ones into such tragedies when we have so many brilliant minds creating new medicines, new technologies, and new ways of managing disease when it gets devastating? We've got that. But what about chronic disease? What about healing naturally? What about prevention and staying healthy? There's gotta be more. So that set me off on this pursuit. And I know, and what I've learned is yes, God has made our bodies to heal. I've found so many people out there that, in aligning with God's principles, share so many natural health approaches, natural health hacks, that I've just been on a journey of learning. I've begun to share it with my friends, and I've learned so much from my friends as well. So this podcast ultimately is intended so that it's to create this space where we can all learn together, we can share and teach other people the things that we know. I will share what I have learned and introduce you to people that I've seen out there that are doing lots of amazing things. So I am so excited because at heart, I love to teach and share. I love to learn, so I'm ready to learn, I'm ready to share, and I'm glad you're here. Thank you.